What's up guys and welcome to FPL Today. I'm the man in the know, JNO, and welcome to Blanks and Doubles Part 5, where I look at the potential blanks and double game weeks going on from game week 25 onwards. I know we've already done 25 and 27 is on the way just around the corner, but now we're looking towards 31, 32, 33 and 35, where if you navigate these correctly, you can maximise your FPL points. So if you do enjoy this series, the first 4 parts of this series got massive likes, so please hit that like button and let's get on with the episode. So the results so far, we have not had the Chelsea-Man United game just yet. I am recording this before because we are planning to go live with the Wildcats Tuesday night. So we're trying to get this video up before that, and then we will go on to my transfer thoughts game week 27 video after the FA Cup fixtures have been drawn. So the results so far see that Watford, Brighton Hove Albion, Millwall, Manchester City, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Crystal Palace and Swansea City all go through, and to be honest, there isn't really many upsets there as all of the Premier League sides advance, which means the situation with game week 31 looks like there'll be at least 5 blanks at the moment. However, if Chelsea manage to beat Man United, that will be an additional blank and we'll get the maximum amount of blanks that we could have got for game week 31. So now we can start planning towards game week 31, knowing what fixtures will be there. You can watch my chip strategy video as well. Link will be in the description for that if you want to try and plan and navigate and start making those transfers now. But the situation as it stands is we do get a decent blank game week 31 for those of us that have held our chips. For those that haven't, this is probably the worst situation for you. You'd have probably wanted some upsets in here, but it hasn't happened. So the fixtures that blank at the moment for game week 31 are Brighton versus Cardiff, Manchester United versus Man City, Tottenham versus Crystal Palace, Watford versus Southampton and Wolves versus Arsenal. And there's still the possible blank of Everton versus Chelsea if Chelsea beat Manchester United. So that would see only 4 matches in game week 31, which would be a perfect time to use your free hit if you were planning to play it that way, or you can start planning your transfers now. However, that will of course affect your game weeks beforehand. So ideally you want to transfer out the fringe players first and then transfer out the big hitters just before game week 31. But now we get onto the juicy stuff, the potential double game week 32 fixtures. Now all of these are potential and I've underlined the ones that look tasty to me and then kind of put in italics the ones that could potentially be beneficial for us. But there is always the possibility of fixtures getting moved around. For example, there's the possibility of shuffling of fixtures due to Chelsea versus Brighton needing to still be rescheduled. So for instance, that game could get put into the double game week 32 and then one of Brighton's games in that double game week get moved further back. There's also the possibility for other things to get moved as well. So this isn't by any means nailed in stone, but this is what could happen for double game week 32. And if it does, we have quite a few teams that could have some tasty double fixtures. They're all listed here for you. However, for me, the underlying ones, Arsenal have Newcastle and Wolves, which could be very tasty for Aubameyang owners, and potentially you might want to bring in another Arsenal player in there. Brighton with Southampton and Cardiff both at home looks like a possible nice one. However, there is the chance that Chelsea versus Brighton gets put into there and then potentially Brighton Cardiff gets moved back later because there's less likely to be fixture congestion for those two sides. Then we've got Chelsea. They could have Cardiff and Everton in double game week 32 if they manage to continue on into the FA Cup. Southampton have Brighton Hove Albion and Watford. Southampton have had a bit of a resurgence, so they could potentially get something there. And then Wolves have Burnley and Arsenal. I'm not too sure about it, which is why it's italic and underlined, because Wolves at home against Arsenal, they could get something against the top 6 side, and of course against Burnley away, they could do some damage there. Then we also have the fixtures in italics, which could be promising. We have Man United versus Watford and Man City, both at home, so that could be beneficial for Man United. And then we have Man City against Fulham and Man United, both away, but there is the Fulham fixture in there, of course, which could be beneficial. And then Tottenham have Liverpool and Crystal Palace. Liverpool away could be a hard fixture, but you never know what's going to happen in those big 6 ties. And then Crystal Palace at home, you'd expect Tottenham, especially with the likes of Kane, should be back by then, to get a win in that one. And then the other ones, you've got Crystal Palace with Huddersfield at home and Tottenham away. You've got Cardiff with Chelsea and Brighton. You've got Everton with West Ham and Chelsea. And then you've got Watford with Man United and Southampton also being double game weeks in 32 potentially. But like I said, this could change. This isn't set in stone. So don't necessarily go towards these teams just yet, because they could be moved to other places. But this looks like what could happen in double game week 32. So guys, that is it for this episode of Blanks and Doubles. It was a bit shorter than usual, and unfortunately I don't know whether Chelsea have beaten Man United yet, but this is probably the only time I'll get to record due to work and the FPL Wildcats. But if you want my thoughts in more detail, do join the FPL Wildcat stream Tuesday at around 8:30 PM, where we will discuss everything about Blank Game Week 27 and keep looking forward into the future as well. So make sure to join that. Link should be in the description for that as well. And if you want to support the channel in any way, you can hit that subscribe button, hit that like, hit that notification bell, and check out all the links in the description as well. All support is much appreciated. I've been JNO. This has been FPL Today. And remember, it's all about the game.